is this hangout on air is okay. So I'm just wondering with other people if now they can just watch it online. So yeah, because it's 9 other people. So I don't know how or what, but they should be able to, like Anik said, watch it. I love technology. Now I have no idea where my book is because I've been like, where the hell did I put my book? Has everything in. Found it. Okay, so let's get this going. Nicole, and so what we'll do is on the next one we'll maybe kind of do a formal introduction, you guys. But this is what I wanted to try this out and see. I'm gonna do a call with Char Blair, who told me all about this Google Hangout and her nation meetings this way. So there's got to be a way. Just want to figure it out. I think. So I'm super excited for this. Somebody's not muted. I think Jackson.
Yes. No, it's me. I got kicked out and I just got back on, so I don't know what's going
on. So when I was coming home from Italy, in all honesty, I was like, oh my God, like so many people need to experience this. And it, you know, just got me thinking when I was on that flight. I was like, I just want everybody to be able to have this experience and you know, not only be in Maui when we're in Maui, but you know, to be able to work toward MVP challenge trips. That was my 3rd trip with Arbonne, and I was just like, you know, it's so amazing. And I just got thinking when I was traveling, you know, how can we do something and just help you guys kind of regain focus or put clearer focus or what it is. And so this is something that, you know, I was thinking on, and I talked to a few other people. It was interesting. I talked to some, and they said, oh, that's something that we're kind of doing something very similar. Or I talked to others, like I remember when I was actually running it by Deanna, and she said, I'm going to do this. That's a great idea. And so one thing that there's a success line in Arbonne that I noticed that they're just super connected and cheering each other on, and that's what I want from this group and from you guys, is just to be able to be united. And that's why I thought it'd be cool if we could get on Google Hangout and be able to see one another face to face instead of just you know, I know what it's like when we're busy and we're trying to multitask. And after being at the PEI MVP retreat, you know, about multitasking, it's the most unproductive way of trying to get anything accomplished. And so if we could be together and hang out, like if we could just all have, can you imagine if we all lived close to one another, if we could all just like have coffee every Wednesday at 10 a.m. And so that's what I feel like this is going to be for us. But we've also really laid it out to keep ourselves on track, and kind of what it will look like is we're going to have, you know, Wednesdays 10 a.m. And every week of the month is going to be a little bit different, but the same each month in a way. So, you know, we'll start out with our first one, which is next Wednesday, and we're going to have a top MVP doing some training for you guys, and that is going to be Carlita Nelson. And the second week, we want to work together and study a personal growth book. And I had a few different ideas, and I talked to Deanna, and she really suggested the book Rich Habits. So Rich Habits is the book that we're going to study through together. I just ordered mine on Amazon this morning for $10. So it took no time at all to get that.
On, and I talked to a few other people. It was interesting. I talked to some 16. That's something that we're.
There we go. I can hear myself talking back on her screen. And so Rich is the book that we're going to work through, and then the second week of the month, we're going to kind of just go through a habit. So we'll let you guys know what that is, and then the third, we want to hear, it'll probably be from one of you guys. Maybe that's got something going on. That's awesome. So your MVP can be the judge. They want to share, you know, something that you told them that's happening or that you've been doing that's really been working. And then the fourth week, we're here from one of the new Canadian NVPs. So when we were out in PI, Arvon finally listened to me, and they had all the new NVPs share their story. And it was so cool just to hear their timelines and their stories and what they had to overcome in order to get to MVP. And when I was sitting there, all I could think was, so many people can benefit from what they're saying. So many people would relate. And I different NVPs got up and talked, and I thought, think of different people within my business that would really relate to that person. So the last week, what we're going to do is try and have a new Canadian NVP share their story, their 3 top tips for going nation. I think that's going to be super awesome for you guys, just to kind of get a chance to get to know them, because they're just a really cool and great group of people. So that's kind of what it's going to look like on a monthly basis. We have, you guys can the office store. So just bring this up here. Somebody, if you guys don't mind just muting yourself if you've got background noise. I'm just going to, here we go. So that's kind of what that's going to look like. The commitment, we asked you to, broke it down by activity, personal growth, and duplication. So the activity piece, you guys, I don't honestly care how you get in front of a minimum of 40 people. But I just want you to be getting in front of a minimum of 40 people. And if we're going to be really honest, if you push forward, it might need to be more than that. But that is your minimum. 40 faces, filling it out. We're going to give you little things as we go along. But these are the main things that you want to commit to. And really, that's 10 a week. You know, break it down however it works for you. But we want you committing to 40 faces, committing to manager bonus each and every month, because that means you're working in your personal business, and you guys have to do that more than now than ever, right? So that's really the activity, 40 faces. And again, I don't care if it's like at a party or if it's meeting somebody one-on-one, if it's a combination of both, but you guys are RVPs, you know what that means, so you want to commit to that. The personal growth is reading. We're going to read, like I said, the Rich Habits book together. I want you guys to subscribe to Maxwell Minute. It comes in, it's 1 minute you get to spend with John Maxwell. I would suggest that you do that in the morning during the power hour. And the other, committing to the 20-20-20 rule. And you guys, do your best with this. Like, I'm trying right now to really implement this into my life, and I've been getting up actually an hour and a half early. I started with an hour, and it wasn't enough time, I realized, and I'm like, man, I enjoy this. And I know some of you have really small children, and I'm for me, getting up at 5:30 in the morning when I had an infant was like totally out of the question because I was still getting up in the middle of the night. So if you're in that, make it work for you. But I want you guys to just make sure you kind of take that hour to make sure that you're planning your day, that you're setting out that you're reading, you know, no matter what, for that minimum of the 20 minutes a day, and getting in the 20 minutes of exercise. So for me right now, sometimes every day is different. Like my husband got up today and ruined my 20 minutes of reading and wanted to chit chat. I'm like, this is my time, go away. But just do your best, right? You know, like it's not about perfection, it's about progress, and that's what we're aiming for. I can tell you I've been on this for probably even just 6 days. I think it's been getting up earlier, and it's made such a big difference, you guys. Accomplished in a day. And instead of feeling totally overwhelmed by my calendar and my schedule, I am feeling in charge of my calendar schedule. Like I can do it all, I just have to get up and get it done. Like I've already been out and literally gathered bulls and moved an entire pasture this morning with my hired man while he got the kids up in school. So I got to like get out and get that fresh air, and it feels so amazing to come back in the house at 8:30 and already have that checked off my list. So, you know, we'll maybe dive a little bit more into that as we go through, or, you know, if you're struggling with something, maybe talk to your NVP about it and just ask, you know, say, I'm just struggling fitting this in, like, how can I do this or whatever. Now the duplication piece is hosting one DA every single month. I don't care if you host it and nobody shows up, you know. It's the fact that you've got it on the schedule and you've prepared your Discover Arbonne, you've practiced it. If it can be live, maybe you'll do it this way for your team. Like maybe you'll learn and do a hangout if your team's really spread out. But it's just something that I know really helps you kind of step out in leadership. And when you can do that, it will help you grow. And some of you may already be doing this. Great, you're kind of one step ahead. So doing a DA for your team, and you can invite people too, that's totally up to you, once a month for sure. And then, yeah, so what we're going to do too is each month after starting in July, after July is over, we're going to do a little bit of recognition on each call, and that will be for we're going to call it the double down bonus, which means DM and A bonus combined. And then we're going to recognize anybody that trifecta bonuses, which is DM, AM, and RVP bonuses. And then we're going to recognize that has any personal promotions. So do your NVP a favor and send them, you know, on the first of the month, say, hey, I hit double down, I hit my trifecta, I promoted an area, whatever it is, like help them out and send that email to them each month so that they know what's going on. I think those were the main things that I wanted to go over with you guys. And just know that, like, I can't even sleep in. I'm so excited. I am so excited for the next 6 months. Like, it's funny because don't you find, like, the bumps at New Year's, and then it's like, we got New Year's resolutions and we're going to, like, change the world and our business is going to be totally different. And then we just, like, 6 months later, life is happening and it's busy and we fall out and, you know, things happen. And I think we just need to start looking at it that every month, you guys, that you carry on and that you work your business with purpose. You know, you guys are all in different spots. Some of you are new RVPs. Some of you have been in business for a while. Some have to do more than others. Some of you have to do less than others. But ultimately, what I see happening as a result of this focus and this activity is that whether it's Maui, some of you will be nationed by GTC. And if it's not by GTC, by NVP Forum. Like, can you imagine the power that we would have if every single person a part of this group, no matter what, 1 year from now was with us in PEI? Like, we would take the joint over, which would be so cool. According to you, I'd probably bawl the entire time like a ridiculous baby, but just actually seeing all your guys' faces makes me really teary thinking about it. So it's going to take work. It's going to take focus. You're going to have to like really protect your focus. But you're going to hear from Kate. And I'm not going to let this play live while we're on this so that everybody can. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to, as soon as we're done this, I'm going to immediately send you guys the link to her call that she recorded for this call for you guys. Just sharing her tips and kind of her story but her journey, because Kate was a bonusing region in June, and she decided that she wanted to be a nation, and she was a nation in Hawaii by January. So she just kind of shares how she did that, and so I really wanted you guys to hear from her, because she's just amazing. Team is now, like, 1 year and a bit later, she's got 2 nations in qual, and stuff is just absolutely growing and building for her and her team. So I really wanted you guys to be able to hear from her, but make sure that it's just 30 minutes. Carve out the time to listen to that call. I was going to for you guys here on this, but we've already taken an hour in order to figure this all out, and we'll hope to have it figured out even more seamless by the next one. So does anybody have that's on? Do any of you guys have any questions or comments or want to add anything? I don't think Jacqueline or Nicole, we have both of you, so if you guys want to add anything. No? Okay, so I will send you guys the link.
Becky?
Yeah.
Sorry, Billy texted a message on the screen. I don't know if you saw it or not, but I think it was Billy that asked, are the calls weekly?
Yeah, every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Yeah, and we'll kind of adjust. Like, we picked 10 a.m. because there's some different time zones that we have, and to make sure people had kids off to school and stuff, but maybe it'll work better in the summer when kids aren't in school to do it just a little bit earlier. I think, Kyla, this would be 9 a.m. for you, right?
Yeah. I'm good any time.
Okay. We just thought, even going into the fall when kids are, then that way we know on all time zones kids are kind of like off to school and out of our hair today, except for Josie and all of us with little ones. But so we're gonna figure it out to where like they will record it, but we really want everybody to make their very best effort to be on live. You can download the app, so some of you might already have it, but Google Hangouts has an app. And then I think if if you are out and about and you want to be able to listen in or whatever, if you're just somewhere where you have cell service and can get onto your cell phone, then you can just go to the app and you should be able to just join from there. So I'm gonna, if I can do one of these calls with Shar, I literally haven't been home and even had time to do that with her. I got home last night or yesterday from Winnipeg from a car presentation, and so I'm gonna message her and see if I can figure this all out a little bit better so it's a little bit easier for everyone. But you should be able to get on your app on your phone and join the call as well. So, and I'd like to find out a way that not everybody in the world can see this. So this whole live broadcast thing, I'm not really sure how that all works. But anything else? Oh, there, I see. I didn't have the chat thing open. I see that now. So yeah, there should be an option on your screen too to chat and put questions up if you guys want. But this will get seamless eventually, I'm sure. So I hope you guys have a rest of your day. I apologize for the confusion, but truly, this is why I wanted to do this ahead of time. Oh, look at Bo. He's so cute. So that we could get this figured out, and hopefully for the next one when we have Carlita, it'll be seamless. So Have a good day, you guys. Rest of your day. I'm going to go watch Davis, the kindergarten grad. I'm so sad. He's so big. It starts at 11:30, and I have a 20-minute drive and 10 minutes to get myself organized. So I hope you guys have a good. Any other questions, just shoot me a message, shoot your MVP a message. I'm just looking forward to spending this time with you guys and helping you build this business huge. So I love you. See you later.